Namaste, everyone. I'd like to welcome you back to my page, welcome you back to my channel. My name is Indigo Angel, and I also go by Amanda. And today I have a special guest on my channel. This is Mody Ra, and he is a very special being to me and to many people on Facebook, as he has a business page and also a group where he is constantly putting out his amazing creations. Where he actually carves skulls and dragons inside of the Egyptian pyramids. So all of his work comes with an activation within itself. All of his work, if you were to order any of his skulls or you were to order any of his dragons, would come with that energetic activation from the Egyptian pyramids, and then also the energy that he's working with. So a lot of times he's working with archetypal energy as well, that's going into the work as well. So that's why I admire what you do so much. And if you'd like to introduce yourself and what you do some more, that would be great.
Okay. My name is my name is Mody. I'm from Egypt. I work with carved alabaster skulls and dragons. I work from over 12 years ago. I healing all my carved inside pyramids. First, I want to thank you so much about this interview, about this call, and I wish very best wishes for you and for your work. Today, I am here if you want to ask about anything about skulls and dragons, about the energy for skulls, about energy for dragons, about how it's work, how you can active your energy, how you can connect with them. So if you want to ask any questions, and I will answer it immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a lot of questions. So
okay.
For me personally, I'm really drawn to the things you do because I feel that I've lived many lifetimes as Egyptian. I feel that I activate to the cellular memory within myself very easily. Anybody who follows my channel, follows my page, follows my work would know that I put out a lot of invocations for Isis energy, Anubis energy. So one of the most recent ones that I put out was an invocation for Anubis. When I put that invocation out, it was actually during the winter months, and I was experiencing what can be perceived as the underworld. So I was accessing subconscious dimensions within my mind of the first and second dimension, which is the iron element in the body. And I kind of started connecting Anubis to the iron element.
Yes.
Okay. So like, what connections to Anubis do you find when you were carving that skull, the Anubis skull? And then tell everybody about the Anubis skull, like,
okay.
Yeah, and the crack in the side of the head, because I feel that is so just spot on.
I can show you. I can show Anubis when you talk about it. Okay. Okay, is this Anubis? You can see it good?
Yeah, I can see it good.
This Anubis is stone from Abu Simbel, from Aswan, Abu Simbel temple. Okay. One day I was in Abu Simbel and I find this stone. So I go crazy. I feel there is skull wanted to carve from this stone. I ask the man who works there if I can take this stone or something like this. He says it's it's so hard to take it, but already I take it after I pay it. So I pay a lot of money for this to take it. So this Anubis, I don't know, when I touch this stone, I feel there is something like, one skull wanted to born, and immediately I have in my mind the name Anubis. I don't know why I feel this, but there is, you can see there is a skull hole like this original like this. It's okay. I feel this hole, it seems like connect between this world and another underworld. That's why I call him Anubis, because Anubis, as you know, he is a god for underworld. Okay, that's why I call him Anubis. He's
Yeah.
so heavy. He's
Yeah.
5 kilograms.
Yeah. So the crack in the head is symbolizing that ability to merge between worlds. So that ability
Yes,
to be a god of the underworld, but then also present itself in the physical world, in the third dimensional world, in the living world.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Um, yeah. And that's really, I feel, when I connect to the archetypal energy or the spiritual energy of Anubis, or even if I have an imprint or I have an embodiment of the energy where it actually presents visually, that's what I
Hmm.
see as I see him as a guide of the underworld.
Hmm.
Do you feel that Anubis's energy actually resides inside the pyramids? Do you feel?
Yes, I feel so connect when I take Anubis inside the pyramids I will say for you story about this. When I take Anubis inside the pyramids to healing this, I saw like vision. I saw like vision for underworld, and this Anubis something like he talk with me and say he wanted to come in this life to work with someone to help him because I think he must be with someone special one. I am sure Anubis will find someone special for him because Anubis he want to work with someone have pure heart, because to work with underworld energy it's so hard. It's so hard to work because there is a lot of bad energy underworld and the good energy. So you must have pure heart to can work with the good energy.
That's interesting that you say that. Because I think there's a lot of fear of the underworld. Even when I was going to invoke Anubis, I went to this metaphysical store by my house and I actually got some incense and some things from the metaphysical store. And the ladies in the store were like handing it over to me and they were like, "Oh, be so careful because Anubis will snatch you up and take you into the underworld." And instantly, like, I was like, um but I
But
still.
I can know why you say that because I told you before there is you have something like Isis soul. You understand the goddess Isis. So and Isis was work a lot with Anubis. Isis the only one goddess. She was work with Anubis. She was the only one who can go for an underworld with Anubis.
goddess
That's why you have
Goddess Isis.
yeah.
Goddess Isis is the only one that Anubis
Yes,
will work with.
yes,
Okay.
yes. That's why you have connect with the Anubis.
Ah, okay. That's incredible. So, 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 do you feel that one has to already be carrying Isis within them to connect to Anubis, or do you feel that this is something that somebody can integrate into their life or integrate into their spiritual practices at some point if that's the direction that they want to go?
I feel Anubis want someone special to be with him. You understand? Not anyone. Someone wanted to make his all this power, what he have inside him, to be in good way. Because Anubis have, I can say how you can feel the power and the energy what Anubis have it really, because he is so powerful. Is this one the second skull I carved have a lot of powerful like this. First skull I carved have a lot of power like this is this, the blue one. But I don't have it now with me. She is so huggy and also have most powerful.
And that's which one?
The is this the blue skull.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Um, so have you personally seen the underworld? Have you experienced it?
I saw it many times for invasion when I went inside pyramids.
What did you
It's
see? What
something.
did you
It's
feel?
something like it's something like movie coming in your mind, in your eyes, and you see a movie something like there is two world underworld, hell and heaven, and there is one line between them. This line, this line, the guard save it to make the hell people don't go in for heaven people. it's something like incredible feeling and incredible. I I don't know how to can say. Even you can imagine, you can't imagine what I can say, really, because it's like, you know, fantasia movie, you know,
Yeah,
something like this.
yeah, absolutely. Well, the more that I learn about Anubis and the more that I study the underworld, so what I was being shown was that there are
Sorry.
12 gates. There's 12
Mhm,
gates of the underworld, and that if you are to access the underworld, that Anubis will guide you through each gate. And at each gate, there is like a test that one must pass or fail. And if you fail, I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if you start over. I don't know if that's it, you're done, you're eternally condemned to the underworld. Or if it's like he assists you no matter what through these
mhm,
tests, and then you complete and you graduate the 12 gates. And if this process is a part of the Bardo Plains, if this is a part of the process of reincarnation, where we have to actually be initiated through these underworld processes before we can actually reincarnate. I don't know. What do you know anything?
I I don't know anything about this because the 12 gate in Underworld, I saw it just one time, I think, when I was seeing Vision. So I don't know more information about this. I don't know more information about this because already I not work with Anubis because I don't want to work with Anubis skull. It's not for me, understand?
Oh,
So I don't want to connect with him more because if I connect with him, he will be for me. So I want to let Anubis choose with who want to work.
yes, I see. Okay. And what was it's the Simbu temple, the Asimbu temple?
Apo Semple.
Abu Simbel. Am I saying
Yes,
it
Apo Semple.
right? Okay. Yeah, okay. And is that temple specifically Anubis's temple?
It's so famous temple in Aswan,
Okay,
near from Aswan.
okay. Yeah. So what's the difference between the dragons and the skulls then? Because I actually have one of your dragons. Okay.
Yes,
I have.
okay. The dragon, yeah, the dragon energy work with heart, direct with heart, because dragon energy it's something like work with love, with sweet love. Yes, I know this one.
I love it. I love it so much.
That's good. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for that. So dragon energy work with heart, but skull energy work with mind, the brain.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's why you can when you work with the skull, you can go with very good imagination, and you can make your mind see from your third eye. Understand? And the dragon, he make you calm, make your heart calm, make your heart can know exactly your way for love, for war, for something like this. So this is the difference between skull and dragon's energy.
Okay, mind and heart.
Yes,
Is there any way to bring the skull and the dragons together and bring that connection?
yes, for sure. If you work already with the dragon and the skull at the same time, you make your heart and mind connect together. You make it for one. It's very good to work together. You
Okay.
work with the skull and dragon.
I really feel that. I really feel that since you're saying that the dragon is of the heart, I mean, I'm really resonating with that
So
because,
I think I must send it for you skull because you have dragon, so you want to have skull, so to make connect.
yeah, I'm ready for my skull. I'm ready to upgrade here. I actually don't have any skulls, which is interesting because I am so drawn to the first and second dimension, which would be the portal gateways, the dimensional gateways to these realms.
Mhm.
I find that one time when I was initiating and activating this energy more, I had borrowed some friends' skulls that were actual bones. And I started chanting and speaking light language and kind of just like um, channeling whatever was coming to me as I was like working with these actual bones, these actual skulls. So, I mean, there really is that connection that, you know, our body decomposes when one dies, and
Mm-hmm.
your previous body in your last life still might not even be completely decomposed. You might still be in the ground somewhere. So that so that's your connection. That is your connection. You could tune into that,
Yes.
and that
Yeah.
could be a gateway to opening up those realms, I feel, you know.
Yes. Very good. Very nice.
But yeah, I am really drawn to the skulls. uh you know, it's almost like there's legions of
Mhm.
beings that are not necessarily bad beings.
Also, I want to say something. Also, I
Okay.
want to say something about the skulls. Skulls, all skulls have warrior soul, warrior or king soul. Okay, you can't find any skull have normal soul. No, skulls have just warrior and kings and the goddess soul.
Wow.
Dragon, you can have dragon. You can have it. You can have any normal because dragon work with love energy, as I say for you before.
Yeah. And that makes sense too, because I know the dragons are connected galactically as well. So there's a book that I was looking at by Diana Cooper about dragons. And basically, within each sphere or each galactic origin, there are dragons that are channeled from that star system.
Mhm.
For example, like the Orions, there's the white dragons. I think there's black dragons from Saturn. There's, you know, blue dragons from the Pleiades. There's all these different dragon
You
energies
know,
to tune into.
if you want to feel the dragon energy more, you can hold now your dragon, but you with left hand, not with right hand. Hold it with left hand.
Hmm.
Hold your dragon with left hand,
Okay.
okay, and put it in your heart. Put it in your heart like this with left hand. Okay, close your eyes just for 1 minute. You will feel now his energy go. Sorry, go for your heart. He will take you for another world. You know, the love world. You know, something like this. This this is energy for dragon.
Yeah. I feel the love. I do. I feel that it's
Yes,
definitely, I feel protection
yes, protection. Yes.
and guidance. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's, I feel that there is a fire energy with the dragon. I mean, because the dragon, you know, has fire coming
Yeah.
out of its mouth.
Hmm.
So it's transformative. And I feel like I attune to it when I'm actually like really needing that empowerment, or I'm needing that strength, or I'm needing
Hmm.
that conviction to kind of stand in like what I believe in. And I feel like it's kind of symbolic to the time that we're coming upon right now, because the star system Aldebaran is activating right now, and it's all about like fighting for your integrity, fighting for your purity. It's like a lot of Archangel Michael energy.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting how it all just synchronistically comes together. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, so how can one get in contact with you about your skulls if they're interested in?
I have in my website and I have also my page in Facebook. I can send for you post and you can post it with the video. If anyone want to connect, just contact with me in page in Facebook.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
pretty easy. You're easy to find. You're easy to find.
yes,
Yeah.
you will find me so easy. Just say Mody Ra.
Say it 3 times. Say it 3 times, and then Anubis will pop up.
Yes, you will find me. You will find me there. Just try it, Mody Ra, because I carved the biggest skull and the biggest dragon in all world. I am the only one who carved the I carved the Omega skull. It's 270 kilogram. 270 kilogram. Okay, and I carved the dragon alpha, the biggest one, 205 kilogram. Still, no one can carve it like this.
Where is that skull? Have you sold it?
Yeah, I think you saw it before. I think I sent it for you the photo. I will send it for you the photo.
Okay.
I will send it for you the photo.
Yeah, you have quite the collection. How do you store all of them? Like, do you
You,
have a store? Do you have a store? Do you have like an
I
actual?
not I not have storage, but I have people work with me for selling my stuff in UK and also in USA, also in Australia. But now in Australia, I still search about to find someone new. I still not have one, so I like this. And I have in my home in Egypt over 2,000 skulls.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. That's
Yeah.
quite a lot of skulls. Do you feel like you're
Yes.
constantly just it's like a constant activation for you. You're constantly just rolling into the next carving. You're constantly just rolling into the next inspiration.
Hmm.
Is it a form of your channeling?
Yes. And for me, I not carve any skulls. And for me, I not carve just when no, I carve when I find the good soul for skull. For example, if now I feel there is anyone soul want to born, I go exactly to carve this soul, this skull,
Wow.
you know.
Hmm.
And I don't like the machine skull because it's not good.
So, which deity do you work with mostly then? Like, which one is for you? Is it Ra? Is it Osiris?
Ra,
Ra?
yeah,
Okay.
I
'Cause
love to like have.
you're connected to solar energy, right?
Yes, I have big connect with him.
Okay.
Yes, that's true.
What do you carve when you are inspired by Ra? Like what?
It's I used you know raw power for some to help me for carve because this power have warm, understand, warm and strong energy to make you carve. I can carve in day for 15 or 20 skull in one day, but sometime I take 1 week to carve one skull if it be strong. For example, Anubis, this one I carve it in 8 days. 8 days to carve him. It take time to carve the strong skull, to make it exactly what the skull want. Because I not carve what I want. No, I just take in my hand the stone, and stone say for me which looking he want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're really connecting to the soul of the being that's supposed to
From.
have the skull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're very, yeah, connected to that energy. That's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. That's amazing. Hmm. Yeah, you
Thanks.
should be proud of yourself. You have a lot of, you've inspired a lot of people. You've helped a lot of people access parts of themselves that maybe they couldn't access without your help.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's incredible.
Thanks.
Yeah.
One day when you come in Egypt, I will show you how I carve.
Yeah. What do you carve with? Is it like, do you have like hand tools? Are they drill power? Are they electrically powered tools? Are they like,
Not just electric one, just something like hand base. Okay, because I just carve with hand, you understand, not with machine. I cut the stone to small with machine, but to carve the skull with hand.
okay, yeah, like
You
the
will see it when you come.
eyes?
Yeah, like all the head, I do it with hand.
Is there any sanding involved? Do you have to sand the head? Can you?
Yes,
Okay.
I can show you. Mm, Look, for example, like this. All this with hand, not with machine. I can't do it with machine like this. This cut with machine, okay, but
Okay.
for
Yeah.
all this, no. And this teeth, I can't make it with machine, just with hand. You know what's the difference between handmade and machine made? Okay, if you wanted to look for any skull, and you know this is skull handmade or machine, look for the teeth. Okay, look for the teeth. Look good for the teeth. In handmade, you will never find two teeth same. There is must be one big, one small, one big, a little bit small. But if it's machine made, you will find all the same size.
I see. Yeah, that's interesting to know. I don't know if I would have put that together in purchasing skulls. If I would have, the authenticity is important. The craftsmanship is important. So yeah, I definitely like to look for those things. It's definitely a quality thing, and it's definitely an activation thing within yourself, because there's that transfer of that energy on a quantum level, on an internal level.
Yes.
I actually had a dream a couple nights ago where I was underneath an Egyptian pyramid, and I was experiencing the presence of Anubis there. He never actually presented to me, but
When you had this dream?
About a week ago.
Week ago?
Yeah. His essence, his presence is so profound. It's almost scary, but there's something inside me that doesn't allow me to completely go into fear, but I'm almost to that borderline point where I could be fearful. But then there's always this like reassuring energy from Anubis that like I don't need to be fearful, but it is overpowering, it is overcoming, it is definitely overtakes my being. It definitely feels like that it is an essence and a power that is greater than anything that I can really describe inside of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this dream come for you. You say from one week ago. I don't know. I think this is the time when I show Anubis in Facebook. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after that you write me immediately about Anubis.
I did.
Yes.
I did. I was like, what? This is Anubis' skull?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's interesting. I feel like he's one of my protectors. He's definitely a guide for me. I am constantly shown that whenever I feel that negative energies or negative attachments attached to me, or are basically like intruding in my field of consciousness, that I'm to cast Clives.
I want to show you about one special skull, but this my ring.
Oh. Nice one.
Yeah, this one have healing inside pyramids and inside the tomb. What I told you about it. So it's something like give me energy and power. I use it a lot.
Yeah, I really like it. It's really nice. That's a nice ring.
Thanks.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Mody, for joining me today on
You're
my
welcome, and thank you so much.
channel. It's been a pleasure. I'm sure that we're going to link up again sometime and talk more about these energies. I feel like you're really one of the only people that I know that carries that profound Egyptian energy within their field. So like just talking to you is an activation for me. I mean, you're essentially like a portal. You are a gateway to that energy, because I myself, I've never even been.
I'm so happy to hear that, and I'm so happy to talk with you, and I wish it be more and more.
Absolutely. We'll see.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
So thank you so much. Namaste.
You're welcome. Namaste.
I hope you have a beautiful day.
Thanks, you too.